Wow, that was easy. This thing on there, we'll chop our fingers off. I assume forward is rabbit. Looks kind of Mickey Mouse, don't it? Now we're gonna stand it up on its butt. See if we can get this pig finished. So, I was at an estate sale with my wife, and they actually gave me 2 snapper ride mowers. So I thought I would do a let's start video, because I think I can get it started. This one is the oldest. It is actually from 1979. I finally found a date on the motor. So if you're ever curious, Briggs & Stratton apparently date their motors, I assume they still do it, by, where is it now? So, right here. So, it's got the model number here, and then I don't know what this type is, and then I think it said, I don't know, that's the code. So I guess the code, they said the first 2 digits of the code is the date of manufacturing. This one is 79. So I looked, and Briggs & Stratton used points and condenser up until like 1982, I think. And then they went to I guess electronic ignition. So this one is still points, and it still turns over. Feels like it has compression. I did check for spark. It's not firing. So I'm assuming maybe I can go in there and clean the points. So anyway, I thought what I would do is start out by pressure washing it, and then I'll see if I can get it started. If I get it started and it runs and everything works real well, then I'll fix a few things, like the deck is kind of rough, and the front end is pretty worn out. And I looked on Amazon. You can actually buy bushings and most of the stuff for this pretty inexpensive. So I know I got to get a key, because it's actually unhooked back here, I noticed. So I need to get a key. It feels like all the belts are still on it, and the blade's still on it, and I aired all the tires up and they hold air. So, well, that one's already leaked down some, but not completely. So I think what I'll do is pressure wash it, and then we'll get it inside and put a battery in it and see if we can get it running. This is Purple Power, by the way. Very good stuff if you've never used it. It's not like a paid promotion or nothing. I've just always used it. It's good stuff. See if we can make it run. If you haven't already, please click like now, just in case the video sucks and you hate it later. I know they make a tool, but I don't have one. that's a bad sign. So I'm using a brass hammer. That's a bad sign that that was loose. Yeah, that's a bad sign. Yeah, I think all we gotta do is get the points cleaned up a little. Yeah, they're still opening and closing, which is good. Got too much crap. You see it good? Get you in here a little closer. So they're open. So I'm gonna try just to clean them. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to do it. I'm gonna bet this is all about what's wrong with it. I don't remember what these things are supposed to be set on. 20 thousandths maybe? Is that it? It's close. It's probably a little tight, but I think I'm gonna leave it. We'll get the cover back on it. So if you've ever wondered how the pull cord on a mower works, it's the same on a push mower or a ride mower. So you've just got that with these things are, the centerpiece has got like a little teeth. So when you turn it this way, once it's running, this will hold still, but the motor is turning that way. So see how they just kick back out of the way? But when it's time to start it, you're going to pull it this way. You're going to pull it clockwise. So it grabs whichever ball happens to be the lowest at the time. It grabs that ball. See? Right there. That one is the one grabbing it this time. See it? And then as soon as it starts, this thing can spin free when you need to start it again. And then it, whichever ones happen to be the lowest, which is that one this time, grabs, and then you can pull the cord and start it. And you really do need to get the tool. There's actually two. One that hooks on these blades, big long bar, and then one, a big wrench that goes right over the top of this. Now that holds the cover on, and you can't stick your finger in there while it's running and strip a finger off. It's a good fresh battery. Actually, it just got it. And it wasn't as expensive as I expected. These things were just $29 at Walmart. Doesn't look bad. Hey, looky there. Let's get y'all down here where y'all can see. It's fine. It's not really strong, but I think it's fine. I doubt very seriously I'll get lucky enough to not have to pull the carburetor and clean it. Oh, somebody's been trying. That's pretty new. Wow, that was easy. That was very easy. Get this thing on there where we'll chop our fingers off. Okay. We'll see what it does. Now, where's the throttle? There's the throttle. I assume forward is rabbit. Yeah, I guess forward is to there is rabbit, and then all the way is the choke. All right, let's see what he does. Deck seems to be working. I think they must have had it running before. Maybe I got it running before he passed away, and maybe they didn't know, maybe they didn't care. I don't know. So I can't take all the credit for it. But either way, it's fun to get it running. I think I'm gonna pull this cover off. See if I can grease everything. And then I'll make sure it cuts decent. And then I will weld that deck up. If it cuts decent, then I'll pull the blade, sharpen it, and weld the deck up. And it should be really good for somebody. I don't really need it personally. I got my tree hugger mower. Don't really like that. Looks kind of Mickey Mouse, don't it? I don't know what that big old... I don't think that thing ain't supposed to be there. Oh, yeah, look at that. I think that's the way it's supposed to set. Should be setting level, shouldn't it? I would think. If it's supposed to be level, then it's way off. We need to go around the other side. Now, I don't have any idea why they had it jacked up so high. Why they put these on there, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out once I get it out there mowing. Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe they wanted the deck higher than it would go. I don't know. Wasn't that one there about flush? Everything kind of floats on this thing. Okay, so about a finger. And a little less than a finger. A little less than a finger. And that one's bent. A little less than a finger. A little less than a finger. I think that's probably the way it should be. Deck seems to work. Okay, it's the next day, and it's set overnight, and the carburetor, if you leave the gas turned on, the carburetor drips just a little bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the carburetor and tear it apart and clean it. Let's pull the gas tank and then pull the carburetor and get it cleaned out and see if we can get this thing out and mow it. Pretty dirty. So let's get her over and get her cleaned up. Doesn't look too bad. Float's not sunk. It's a neoprene needle. It doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty clean. Got a little bit, but not bad. Got a little bit of crap on it. Again, not too bad. It's all pretty clean. Let's try it again. So a couple of days have passed because I have this pesky problem of having to make a living interferes with my hobbies. But anyway, I got a little time today, so I'm going to see if I can get it finished maybe. So this right rear tire's got a little bit of a slow leak. So I thought I'd see if I could find it. I was hoping it just had a nail or something in it, but I don't see anything yet. Ah, maybe that's it. Ah, I bet that's it right there. Somebody has tried to plug it and apparently did not do too good of a job. Or if I can get lucky and replug it. It's a big old hole. Think it was as easy as that? My guess is the size of that hole. Not. Doesn't appear to be leaking, but I don't have faith that it will continue not to leak. These things have a drive wheel, and I kind of anticipated it slipping, so I went ahead and ordered a drive wheel for it. So now we're going to stand it up on its butt and replace that drive wheel and straighten the deck. See if we can get this pig finished. So, for all of y'all that has never worked on a snapper, they have a really weird drive system. So the gears, let me get another light here where we can see a little better. Okay, so the gears are not really gears. What they do is they use this little drive wheel right here that touches this disc. That disc is on the bottom of the motor. So when it's in the closer to the center, then it's in first gear. Further out you move it, the higher the gear is. So let's see if I can do it without pushing the clutch to show you how it works. See there? So that's reverse, which moves it basically to the other side, changes direction. And then I don't have the clutch in, so it's hard to get it to move. But I don't know what that is. It looks like the brake. So basically, it just moves it back and forth. Further out, the higher the gear. Closer in, the lower the gear. And you can see how it's pretty worn. And actually feels a little, oh, the outside ring of it, I think, is slipping. So, anticipating that, I got this, which is a new ring that's not loose on there. So I think what's happening, this thing is, that disc is so worn out, I think it's actually slipping on it, where the rubber has come loose from the inside. So let's get it off. I'm not a professional welder, so don't judge me too harshly, but I think that's plenty good enough for that. Then I'll just we'll cut a piece of sheet metal and put a plate on the back side. I'm going to replace these things before I lay it down, and then actually I should sharpen the blade too while I got it. It's not horrible. No slack whatsoever. Well, tiny bit. And then the bearings have got a little. I don't know if there's much I can do about it, so I grease them up and let it ride. Okay, so we got that. Now we just got to weld this hole up. I think we're pretty close to done then. There it is. It don't look too bad for a amateur welder. And we will finish it off where you won't even know what happened. Do it while it's hot. It'll bake it on. It's kind of like powder coating. There. That dries, you won't even know what ever happened. Well, there it is. All finished. Steering's tight now. Deck is fixed. Got all new bushings in it. Carburetor's cleaned. Points has been cleaned. Tires hopefully still fixed. Yep. So I guess that's it. I appreciate everybody watching, especially the ones that actually watch till the end. And I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. So I guess I will catch you on the next video, and all there is to do now is just mow the yard and try it out.